Hi guys, welcome to a little bit of everything. Today I'll be showing you how to do this little stand. So we're going to be needing all the assortments that you see right here. We need cap assortments, we need paint up to your liking. I'm going to be using white, I'm going to be using this dark granite color, and I'm going to be testing with the colors first. Like I wanted to see if I wanted black or the granite color or gold or white. So I decided to go with the granite color. And then we're going to distress it and put white over it. So right now, you're going to need a glue gun as well as these wooden circular things that I got from Walmart. So right now I'm going to go ahead and start painting everything in gray. And just like smoothing it over, just making sure I didn't have the sponge brush. I didn't have a sponge brush, and so I decided to go ahead and use a paper towel and just kind of like making it look like a distressed color. So you see some of the wood here. Just keep in mind that you're going to go over it with white to distress it even more, but to your liking. I recommend, for this particular video, I did not paint the bottom of the circular wood, but I would recommend doing it just in case if you put that stand somewhere up high, and it actually you're gonna actually be able to see the wood color from the bottom. But if you're gonna put it somewhere where it's like eye level or lower than eye level, then I wouldn't recommend you painting it. That's up to your liking. So I'm just kind of brushing the paint over it, and then I'm gonna do this same thing for the next circular wood panel, I guess you could call it. Now that I'm done painting these circular panels, I'm going to go ahead and do the assortments for the legs. I'm going to paint these in the same color. I'm choosing the bigger ones because I got these at Hobby Lobby and they had two sizes, the big ones and then the small ones. So I'm using the big ones for this particular project. I'm going to go ahead and paint these two as well. I'm keeping that distressed look so it doesn't have to be perfect. And as a matter of fact, if you want, you can just keep it that natural wood with the gray, but I kind of want to go further than that, and I'm going to add white to make it look more distressed. Next step is to add this white paint to distress it. I would recommend you not putting too much because you don't want to put too much paint over it since you're trying to have a distressed look. I would just kind of smoothly kind of like barely tap on it so that way it doesn't look too white over the gray. I'm doing the edges just to kind of have some of the white around that too. And then I'm going to go over the top part with the white. And I also have one side of my paper towel where I kind of go over it with the paint, and then on the other side I kind of go over with just the clean side of the towel, so like it kind of smooths it out, cleans it a little bit so I don't have too much white paint over the gray. And just kind of, I mean, you don't want to get too messy, but just kind of like do it in one direction so it will kind of set smooth and it doesn't look too bad. I'm kind of just, if you can see here, I'm kind of like just going in lines, but in different patterns. So some look thicker than others, some look small, so it doesn't look too perfect. Now I'm going over with the clean side of the paper towel and just kind of rubbing it in and making it more cleaner look. Not too much white, but just kind of cleaning it in. And if you feel like you put too much white, you can always go back and add gray to kind of like darken it a little bit more. So it's up to your liking, if you want to go light or if you want to go darker. I think I'm going to go a little bit over with the gray color again. First, I'm going to go ahead and do the legs and just kind of tap around the bottom part and then just smooth it out around the edges so that way you get a little bit of white everywhere. You don't make sure you just don't have a lot of paint on your paper towel so that way you're not putting too much white over it. forgot to mention that we're also going to need these wood beads because they're going to be in between the two wood panels, circular panels. And I'm going to paint these white so they can stand out between the grays. So, I mean, again, I don't have a sponge brush. So I'm going to go ahead and just like roll it on the paint of the paper towel and just kind of like make them white. They don't have to be perfect. Keep in mind that we're doing a distressed look. So they're just kind of, if you have a mixture of the natural wood with white, is the perfect touch for this project. Now that I'm done painting all of these beads, I'm going to go ahead and start gluing the legs at the bottom of my first wood panel. This is going to be like the bottom portion of the little stand. And I'm just aligning everything together, one across each other. So that way we have 4 overall. And once I'm done with the bottom panel of the stand, I'm going to go ahead and start gluing the beads on top of the stand. So flip it over. And then we'll go ahead and start adding the beads around it and gluing them around them. And then we're going to top it off with the next wood panel. Now I'm going to take the top wood panel and just glue it over it. So that way it covers all these holes, and just make sure that they're aligned before you set it in. So I'm going to glue it around, put hot glue around, because I'm going to be quick on putting it on top of the beads because this glue tends to dry really fast. That it's glued, like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to go back and add some white just because I feel like I put too much just to clean it up a little bit. I know I did some white, but I feel like I needed more alignment in there, a little bit more distressed look. So I'm adding all white first before I go in and add the gray. So it evens out a little bit much better. Right now it looks too white, of course, I know. But once I smooth the white in, I'm going to go ahead and add the dark granite gray on top. And then it'll be the perfect distress look that I'm looking for. For this step, you have to be very careful. Just barely add a little bit of gray to your napkin and just kind of go over it in different areas in the same direction, just to make sure, you know, you don't lose the white, but you don't add too much gray to the point where it's too heavy. And it's looking perfect as I'm trying my best to just keep a great balance in this color here for the dark gray. Once done, I'm going to go ahead and let it dry before I go ahead and use the stand. And this is the final product. I used it for a planter. Perfect country rustic look. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Bye.